about to do a NG2 placement on this patient, and we got the doctor's orders, and have come in and educated the patient about what's going to happen and why it needs to happen, and consent, and they feel okay with it. And went and got my supplies ready. Got my lube, my cup of water, and my basin here, and my NG tube, and a tube syringe. And this is a clean procedure, so a pair of clean procedure gloves is what I need, and that broke, so I need to get different gloves. Thank you. And I've gone clean gloves, and I've got the patient set up, and have them covered with a towel, just in case there's any spill. And before we start, I'm going to place my supplies where I can get to them quickly. I'm going to go ahead and prep my lube.
You would know. Yeah, you would have to check that. Yeah.
My paper. I'm going to open my packages. And then I've got my thing set up, so now I'm going to measure for my NG2 placement. And when I'm measuring, I'm going from the tip of the nose to the ear, down to the xiphoid process.
I did it wrong.
Marks about 60 on my tube, so I'm going to get a piece of tape.
You're right. Sorry.
And I'll mark that,
So the way she explained
the
it,
xiphoid process, so I know how deep I'm going with my NG2. I've already got my cup of water handy, and my nice assistant to help. And now I'm ready to lube up my tube, and I've made sure with the patient which nostril they breathe through better, so it'll make for easier insertion of the tube.
No, you're fine.
And now I'm going to go ahead and put copious amounts of lube on my NG tube. Patient comfort. Alright, the tube is well lubed now.
Sorry, my bad.
I've already explained to the patient that it's a rather uncomfortable procedure, and they know. I'm going to inform them that I'm going to start with the placement of the NG tube. And I'm going to go in and through the left nostril to determine if that was the one we were going to. And I'm going to go in, I'm going to try to do this kind of quickly, because it is a very uncomfortable procedure. And I'm going to go until I hit resistance, nasopharynx, and I'm going to 180 my nasogastric tube so it doesn't end up in the trachea and goes down through the esophagus. And once I've 180'd, I'm going to continue to feed and have the patient take sips of water to ease in the insertion, and go until my tape, I know that I'm in the stomach. I'm not going to let this go.
Like right here.
I'm going to have my pre-written tape off, and I'm going to attach that to the nose.
Nostrils to see if there's any obstructions, and then you're going to determine which nostril they breathe the best out of.
Attach that to the nose.
And that's the nostril we're going to feed the tube into, so it is his left nostril.
Then after it's attached, I'm going to go ahead and hook this up to suction, but not turn it on, because I do not yet know what the doctor's ordering, and I also don't know if it's in the stomach until the chest X-ray.
So I would walk into my patient's room.
Before I do this,
and
I need to
I would
take a sample of contents out of the tube.
for a NG tube, explain the process that we would be doing, and make sure he doesn't have any
remove some
questions.
contents from the tube,
Then I would
put it in my bean,
gather all of my supplies.
and I'm going to test the contents with a pH strip, just to
Wash my hands.
see if it matches stomach acidity, which we want to be 5 or below. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach this
I would also
to suction.
have
Then
my
I'm
flow
going
rate checked
to
and everything ready
inform the
up
patient
I'm
there.
going to wait until
just for
So
that.
chest x-ray comes in to confirm placement of the tube,
and then
mixed with
I will.
the results of my acidity test. Then I'm going to go, while I'm waiting, I'm going to chart the amount of secretions that I removed with the INO, and I'm going to chart the patient's reaction to it. I'm going to chart the time that it was administered and the French size of the NG tube, and
And since
I'm going to also chart that there was no contraindications to the NG tube,
Head
client's right
forward
side,
and
drink and swallow just to help.
and I would
clean
start
up
at the
here.
nose.
Put the patient down in a comfortable position while we
Look
wait.
into the mouth and make sure there's no coiling or
I've
anything.
already done like
The 50 on
the amount and the consistency and the color of the contents that
So
came
I
out.
would want to mark
into
that
the
either
computer.
with a marker or a piece of tape. So I have my tape here, and I'm going to.
All right, and once I receive the order for suction, I go ahead and come in here and turn the suction on
Then I
the
will
prescribed amount,
up.
and check that periodically according to agency policy, and empty it and chart the INO as needed. And
Now I want to.
I said leave the patient down in a comfortable, safe position and with the call light,
I would.
and go on to other business.
And I'm going to start
And that'd be the insertion. To
and
remove, I would wait until we got the order for removal from the physician,
have somebody
and come in and
tilt my client's head.
again chart any information that needs to be charted from the suction contents, and inform the patient that it's they're ready to get the NG tube removed, and via per the doctor's orders. And I don of course new procedure gloves, and I get a new towel just in case there's any mess, so I can clean up their face a little bit and get an emesis basin in case there's any vomiting with the NG tube coming out. And that would inform the patient that it's time to remove suction, so I go ahead and I turn off the suction and take off the tape and remove that. Take off the tape, and I would take a clean syringe and I would irrigate the tube with some normal saline to kind of make sure that none of those contents end up going into the esophagus or the lungs, because they're acidic and they would it would be uncomfortable for the patient. And I did forget to say that I would clip it to the gown earlier. So before doing all this, before disconnecting, after putting the tube in, you would clip this to the gown just for further securement of the NG tube. But continuing on with the removal, I would, of course, I got this done from suction, received the order. This is untaped, so I'll go ahead and ask the patient to, and I've already flushed the tube, and I'll go ahead and have the patient hold his breath, and then I would swiftly remove the tube.
And if I do, I would take that.
Make sure not to fling anything anywhere, and I will discard this in the appropriate container. And I would clean up the patient if they anything came out, if they coughed up anything. And I would go and course, make sure that everything's all cleaned up and the patient's down in a comfortable, safe position with their call light.
Turn that
And then I would go and document removal of the catheter and any remaining INO that I needed to be at the section,
ask him if he needs
and
anything.
just
And
their
I
response and
document as soon as I was finished with my client, document
probably do like amount of
the
time
amount,
that the catheter was in,
the amount of the
and
stomach. I would
yeah.
document that